Have you ever been in a place where you made multiple memories, good or bad, or even both? Maybe it was a friend's house, or it was a certain restaurant. Or for me, two of those places are the Dakota Dome in Vermillion, South Dakota, and the U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Both of these stadiums have played a big role in my life, not only because of their impressive designs or atmosphere, but because of the memories I've made there. Today I'm going to share some background and history of both the Dakota Dome and U.S. Bank Stadium. Then I'll talk about the impact both places have made to their communities and how those places have created unforgettable memories for me. And let's first start with the Dakota Dome here in South Dakota. And this is my only slide, sorry. The Dakota Dome is a local landmark with deep roots located in Vermillion, South Dakota, my hometown. It has been home of the University of South Dakota Coyotes and the Vermillion Tanagers since it has been built in 1979. Over the years, it has gone through several renovations to be modernized. Most recently in 2020, where according to the University of South Dakota Athletics, it was an 18-month project, $26 million renovation project. There was an upgrade to its seating, turf, and its lighting. This was done because of its importance to the state and to keep the pride of its town and its state going on. And at least my first point, or at least my next point, that not only does the Dome host football games for the University of South Dakota and for the high school as well, but also hosts other events such as state football, championship games, powwows, and even the farming convention as well. That is because the Dakota Dome is a great place for the people of South Dakota to celebrate our pride and culture as a state. For me, this means a lot that it is the pride of my town, but also my state. And it also means something more personal as well for the memories that I've made, which leads to my last point. I've spent many nights there, whether I am watching or playing football with my friends and family, celebrating wins and feeling that electric energy that football can bring. This is where I played my first football game in 6th grade, in which it kickstarted my love for football. I played here on Friday nights as well in high school, kicking extra points and field goals helped my team win. I also had so many heartbreaks here as well. This is where I played my last high school football game, and at that moment I thought it was going to be my last football game. Luckily it wasn't the case. Whether I made bad memories or good memories at the Dakota Dome, this place would always hold a special place in my heart and for many others. The Dakota Dome represents home and community. So does the U.S. Bank, as it shows what happens when sports and innovation come together on the bigger stage, while still bringing memories to myself and others like the Dakota Dome. And leads to my next point of the U.S. Bank Stadium, where I've also made many memories here. The U.S. Bank Stadium is a modern sports experience, you can say. When you first see and walk into U.S. Bank Stadium, you can't help but being amazed. I mean, come on. Though the stadium has a short history, it was opened in 2016 as a new home for the Minnesota Vikings. Its design is stunning. The stadium has a huge glass roof and walls that let in natural light, giving you an almost outdoor feel when you are indoors. Also leads to my next point of the pride and the impact of its community, where the stadium has hosted many of its biggest events, of course, NFL football games, but as well as the Super Bowl, and NCAA Final Four tournament, and many massive concerts as well from many big artists. These events have helped the stadium make an impact on the state of Minnesota. According to the Minnesota Sports Facility Authority, U.S. Bank Stadium has proven to be an incredibly important asset to the state of Minnesota, exceeding all promises and intentions from the original project for economic and civic benefits to the community. U.S. Bank Stadium this shows that U.S. Bank Stadium has made a positive impact to the community, to its community. For even all its size, modern technology, and modern impact, it still gives me the same feeling that I get in the Dakota Dome, which is the excitement, the pride, and as well the connection, which leads to my last point, which is that even here in U.S. Bank Stadium, it brought me many great memories as well. This is where I also got to see my first football game, NFL football game. I was very amazed and I was honestly speechless. It felt the same way when I first saw the Dakota Dome when I was just 5 years old. I was in awe and seeing everything. It felt like everything felt so big, the noise, the crowd, the energy, and everything around the stadium. It reminded me a lot of back home in Vermilion of the excitement and pride and connection that it brings when you're in a football stadium. Every time I go, every time I would go, I would always have the same feeling. That is the kind of place that makes you feel like you're a part of something that is much larger than yourself. Um, Even though the Dakota Dome and US Bank Stadium are different in scale and size, they are something in common, and both stadiums have given me a lot of memories I'll never forget, whether or not they are good or bad memories. In conclusion, these stadiums are one is small and one large, but both local and iconic. Each hold a unique place in my life and for many others as well, and represent the experiences that have shaped my love for football and the love for football for many others as well. As well as the community, their proper communities. From playing my first football game to watching my first professional football game, these places provide history and impact to the communities and brought me lasting memories. Think about a place or places that mean most to you, where you've made memories, laughed, or cried. Those places often tell stories of better than what we realize. The Dakota Dome and US Bank may be just building to some, but for me, this is where I made memories that are proving that sometimes a place can mean much more than just where it stands, especially here in South Dakota and other states like Minnesota.